Hello and welcome back, guys. We're now starting a new story, Combat Dr. Deku, written by Yatsuba669. You can find author's profile link in the description. Let's begin Chapter 1. Dreams. In a small yet cozy kindergarten, there are a group of children about 20 or so. The teachers have their handful with all the rowdy children and preparing snacks for the little monsters. At the kiddie sandbox, there are two boys. One is blonde, the other is green. They sit next to each other playing with their action figure. The sharp ruby eyes blonde's hand holds the figure of the number one hero, All Might. The other child's hand just holds a normal civilian toy as they play hero. Suddenly, the blonde stands up and declares, Izuku, I'm gonna be the next number one hero. Whoa. That's so cool, Kaken. Izuku, the greenette, shouts as his eyes sparkle in admiration at his longtime friend. What about you, Izuku? Do you want to be a hero too? Maybe second best after me, of course. The greenette just chuckles cutely at him and shakes his head. No, Kaken. I don't want to be a hero. Eh. But heroes are cool and awesome. Yeah. But I want to become a doctor. Shocked at the claim his best friend made, Kaken whines, That's boring. No, it's not. What if the heroes get ouched and no doctor help them? Ruby eyes widen at the logic in the sentence as he stops his whining. However, he's still unsatisfied at his friend's dream. Well, that's true, but I want us to be hero together. Izuku's warm green eyes stare straight into the ruby one as he takes hold of the other hands. We still can. I'm gonna be a fighting doctor that could go fighting with you then heal you in the process. Like in the comic book. They were so cool. Yeah, they are. So I'm gonna study lots and lots to become the best doctor that can cure and fight. Then Kaken cans fight without worry cause you have me to heal you. Yeah. I like the sound of that. Both boys now with stars in their eyes as they shake hands. Promise. Promise. 1 year later, WHOA. Katsuki's so cool. He has his quirk so quick. It sparkle. Like firework. It's a hero quirk. Bakugou is gonna be a strong hero. When Bakugou Katsuki got his quirk, he is instantly showered in praises and spoiled by his teachers and peers, and slowly his ego become larger and larger in time that Izuku could not recognize his once friend anymore. Kaken. What, Deku? Walk quickly or I gonna leave you behind. Such a Deku, the blonde said, and was backed up by two of his followers, a red dragon wings boy and a long hair boy that could stretch his fingers. Yeah. Worthless. DKU. Hurry up. Deku. Fighting back the tear, the greenette starts to quicken his pace as they walk into the dark forest just behind the kindergarten. With the explosion boy in the front and the two lackeys in the middle, leave the future in the rear. They continue to march into the forest, then a small river stops their path. What do we do now, Bakugou? Easy. Let's cross that log to the other side. Okay. After the agreement, the three boys start to climb the log when a tiny hand grabs the leaders. Kaken. This is dangerous. You could get hurt. Feeling insulted, Kaken harshly pulls his hand back and glares his once best friend. I'm not like a weakling like you, Deku. I can take care of myself. With a huff, he continues march on the log along with the two snickering lackey. However, the log is old and it has been rained yesterday, making the log quite slipping. At the result, the hot temper boy slips and falls into the river. While he lucky avoids the sharp rocks in the water, but the water is shallow so it has some impact on his small child body. He tries to hide it with a smile and says, I'm fine. The two lackey don't really worry much to their leader as they continue walk to the other side. Seeing they have left, Katsuki's about to let his guard down when a slashing sound reaches his ears. He looks up to see a same small hand in front of him with a worried look on the smallest weakest one in the group. Kaken. Are you okay? Can you stand? Hurt anywhere? How dare he look down on me? In rage, he slaps the helping hand away and shouts out all of his shame, anger at the small boy, "I don't f***ing need you help. I'm strong. Don't you dare look down on me. You're just a DKU." In the canon, this is where their friendship break, twisted into misunderstanding and bullying. However, this Deku has been reading high-level books and some medical books to prepare for his future, so he has more maturity and more level head in this situation. Slap wondering why he looking into the forest. Doesn't he was looking at Deku. Shouting at him, so why in front of him now is trees. With shaking hand, Bakugou touch his cheek in bewilderment, then he looks back to the one who have slapped him. And what he sees make him speechless. Deku with hands still rise, eyes fill with tears yet glaring Dragger at him. In all his life knowing the Greenette, he never sees him angry before. Deku's body is shaking in rage as he roars in anger, "Shut up, you a hole. None dare to speak against the furious one, is helping someone is looking down at them. Then heroes are looking down on everyone. Is worry about the unsafe situation is a crime. A weakness. Then the heroes are super weak now." Each word Izuku shouts cut deeper than anything he has experienced before. "I am a future doctor. You know I have read advanced book in first kid and medical books. So when I asked is I try to help not looking down or making fun of you." Then with an angry glare, the emerald orbs look at the two shaken boys, "As your friend who worry about you stubborn I tried to help the ungrateful foo eras yourself and not leaving you like those two leechers." The blonde bang covers the shame, regret and guilt in the once proud ruby red orbs. Is a hero who bully the weak. Laugh at them. Treat them like dirt. Or you want to be a villain now? If so, then our promise end here as well as our friendship. The green hair boy is now taking short breaths as he has used up all his strength to get all that out of his chest. With deep breath, he wipes his tears and turns around to walk away when two wet bigger arms wrap themselves around him. "I'm sorry," sob. Shocked is not the word Izuku would use to describe what he's feeling right now, because he never heard as arrogant of a friend would say sorry for anything or anyone. What's more, he's crying. He never thought his proud and admirable friend would cry. But the soft sobbing sound behind him and the trembling of the arms that are holding him make him to believe, yes, Bakugou Katsuki is apologetic and crying, I still want to be sob a hero sob, I still want to keep our sob our promise. Sob, don't leave me, Izu. With that nickname, all anger and hatred in Izuku disband. He got his friend back, the kind, brave and heroic but hot-head friend. Now, the tears are freely flow down his face as he quickly turns around and hugs his friend, Bakaken. "Whale, it was you who pushed me away. I was so scared. I couldn't recognize you anymore," and then sob, "I am so glad." Wailing, with a smirk and a pat on the green fluffy mess Izu calls hair, he says, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I glad for having you as my friend." Sob, "Me too sob, now let's sniff, get out of here and sniff, let me take care of your sniff wounds, heh. I avoid the sharp rock so it's fine. What if the other rocks injure you, Internael? Internael." Izu's nose twitches as he tries to explain the word to his friend, "That's mean you hurt inside but outside you are fine. Remember the comic where the hero hit the villain, remember the story that they both sneak to read." Katsuki's face pale as a ghost as he recalls the gruesome image. "Quick, let's go. That story was so cool but creepy." The Greenette just giggles at his friend's reaction. On the other side, the two forgotten boys just stand there dumbfounded. Chapter 2, Quirkless year pass and now both chibis Bakugou and Midoriya are 5 years of age by now. Everyone in the class have had their quirk but only one child whose quirk still unknown. He was subject for many teasing, bullying, but he still has one friend. That one friend defends him, protects him, and as long as he was there none dare to mess with them. He is very grateful for it and once had asked the dreadful question, what if he never have a quirk? As he waited for the sneered, rejection or shun, but he did not expect to be embraced tightly. Whether you have a quirk or not, your dream is become a doctor, right? So what you need is your brain, not a quirk. And if you want to be a field doctor, then you just need to train your body to hit and run or something, right? With that, his worried was exploded away. So when he and his mother went to the hospital for checkup, and the news of his quirklessness didn't bring any tears to his eyes, as he knew, he still can chase his dream and keeps their promise alive. Years pass, middle school. Hey Kaken. Listen. What Deku? Deku pouts at the mean nickname, leaving his best friend's lips. With a huff he turns his face aside, says in a mock anger tone, I don't know, maybe about something about your costume so you don't Hydra, and how to make your explosion bigger. The blonde's ears perk up like a dog as he hears costume and bigger explosion, but I'm Deku, so it must not something important. Panicking inside his head but try to act calm and cool outside, Katsuki softly hooks his pinky onto the other's pinky and says, you know that I mean Dikairu, right, Izu? With a small blush, Deku sighs and smiles at his childhood friend. Hi, let's go to my home so we can both practice and discuss about it. Yeah. Let's go, Deku. After knowing about Deku's quirklessness, Bakugou stayed true to his words. He continued to protect and befriend with him, ignoring whatever everyone said. Not long after, they both discovered what a quirk genius Izuku is. How he could come up ideas upon ideas, how to upgrade one's quirk, explore one's weakness and how to overcome them. Which is terrifying combined with his knowledge about human anatomy and medical. Even before they have any sort of body training or martial art, Izuku could be quite terrifying when brawling with him, well, only when he fights back, that is, and usually Katsuki is the one who need to go to the hospital. Now, both of them both pack quite muscle yet lean for speed. With Bakugou, he has more upper body strength and arms muscle as his quirk put more strain on them, as well as he trains his elbows, knees and heels as Deku's advice to increase his attack strength. In his own word, and much to Katsuki's horror, when bones break and heal it would become stronger and thicker. So let's break them. Dark time for Kaken. Anyway, for Midoriya, his body has plenty of muscle but more of the overall type, as he needs to be able to carry people around to safety, and he focus more in speed and endurance as he must be quick to escape or rescue the patient in time to heal them and for a long period of time. Let's just say Bakugou Katsuki likes a violent explosive wild animal and Deku is like a hurricane swiftly come and gone with deadly accurate. As you all know, Izuku is an angel or a cute cinnamon roll with a heart of gold that would forgive even his own tormentors. Unless you cross his line of patient, that is, and the school was quick to learn not to awaken the cinnamon roll. Once, Katsuki was sick and absented from school, the vultures of bullies gathered to beat up Deku, the quirkless kid of the school. However, they didn't know that Deku of the time was hell-said because someone tried to hide their sickness from him, the future doctor, only to backfire at them and had to absent from school. Yeah, Bakugou, that who. He was like a ticking bomb and those bullies came right at that time. Just say, the hospital was every scared at the internal injury that were inflicted upon them and Bakugou's gratefulness to them for being his sacrifice to the now happy-go-lucky Emerald Cinnamon. After remembering the incident, the blonde trembles in fright. Are you cold, Kaken? The Emerald Eyes boy asks in concern, yet he doesn't know to his friend his face is a direct hit to his heart. Big soft, doe eyes fill with worried, biteable button nose and partly smooth kissable lips. Unconsciously, the enchanted blonde's rough hand reaches toward the other's face with his thumb caress the kissable lips, making the greenette blushes from head to toe in bright color of red. Both of them as if lost in each other's eyes, a bark startles them, with face that would bring Tomato to shame, the two of them quickly face the other way and laugh awkwardly, ha ha ha. Let's race. Yeah. Lu. Let's race. With that both speed up toward the Midoriya's household. Izu's lips were so soft. Waya. Why did he touch my lip like that? Why didn't I move away? Did his eyes always that appealing? Wah. The two figures become smaller and smaller. Around the corner a girl steps out with a displeased pout on her lips. Inu-chan. If only for a few more minutes. They would have kissed. Woof. With a sigh, the girl pulls out a hammer with some nails as she fixing the fourth wall as her husky runs around her legs. Hee hee hee. I'm fixing the wall right now. Maybe next chapter or so BakuDeku's ship would be sailing. Woof. Oh shut you. Anyway. Thank you for reading my fanfiction. Please leave a review. Woof woof, combat Dr. Deku Bakugou, damn you. Release me Izuku. I need to blow up that bit, S up. How the F she did this to us? Izu, calm down Kaken. I sure she has her reasons right big doe eyes me. Sweating bullet whisper not really. Bakugou, what was that BCH? Me, I mean, I don't own BNHMHA. Zoom out Bakugou, get back here BI. Chapter 3, High School of Choice. So I'm gonna study lots and lots to become the best doctor that can cure and fight. Then Kaken cans fight without worry cause you have me to heal you. Yeah. I like the sound of that. Slowly the hidden forest green orbs are revealed as a hand gently places on his forehead. That's dream again. He thinks in fondness as he gets up for another new day. After he did all the daily routine, his eyes catch an old photo frame on his desk. It's a picture of him and his best childhood friend and the one he is crushing for, when they first attended the Aldera Junior High School. A small shy yet happy smile was spotted on his lips as a flush decorated his freckles cheeks. The other was wearing a glare yet a barely notable flush on his sharp cheek, giving him a perfect tsundere image. Author, I could feel chill behind my back. Save me. He giggles as he trails the picture again with his finger. Today is the day. I would tell him. He deserves to know. A single tear drops onto the frame memory as he quickly wipes it away. A loud slap could be heard then with determined Deku rushes downstairs to get ready for school and his confession. Katsuki's POV. Something is strange about Izu today. I think and worried as once again he absent-minded twists the bully's hand that nearly broke. He never does that. He would normally dodge or maybe trip them but twist their hand. Once again he mumbles and writing his notebook. Well, writing notebook is the norm but the mumbling is the only thing he did when he nervous or worry about something. But what is it? Why don't you talk to me, Izu? You know I would do anything for you. With a furious huff, I stand up and walk over the green angel of my life. Yeah, you read it right, he is my angel, he ground me when my head got stuck in the cloud, he is everything to me. I love him but I don't know about his. I don't want our friendship, our promise to be broken by my selfish emotion. So I will continue withhold that feeling. Shaking my head to throw out the depressing thought, I marches to his desk and without any mercy, I yank his collar and drag him toward the roof. Kaken. Wait. What are you doing? Shut your trap. Keep quiet and follow me. You're the one who dragging me. Even his whine is cute, I thought with a small blush on my cheek. Not long after, with a loud bang, we arrive at the rooftop. Empty. Perfect, I am sorry for whatever I did or didn't do so don't kill me. Ha. Dumba. We look at each other and without any signal we both brush out laughing. After the laughing session, we sit down with our back against the fence. Spill it, I spoke in a no-nonsense voice as his eyes widen in surprise. OMG, he can be cuter. With an exhale of air to cool down my heart, I say again, today you have been distracted that you almost broke and clean the dumb S's hand. So spill. He says nothing as he looks down his lap with his hands clenching together. Are you still not trust me, Izu? I ask the question, voice drenched in sadness with my head down so I would not show him my vulnerability. Suddenly, two small arms wrap around me as an equally small body presses tightly onto mine. That's not it. It's just that. I need to. Mumble, I bet my face is as red as an apple but who could blame me as my love is hugging me right now, tightly at that. But he starts mumbling those last words making me regretfully pull him away and asking him to say it again. With an equally apple red face, he says, I I have been accepted into the University of Tokyo. They allow me to study university medical license as I study necessary subjects in high school with it. If I could skip grade they would allow me to be a full university student. I am shocked as well as super proud of Izuku for all his effort and work have paid off. With a big grin I say, congratulations then Deku. Is that why you are so twitching all day? Yeah, he answered with an adorable blush decorate his already cute freckles cheeks. But I would not study in the a high school with you Kaken. He once again mumbles sadly. Oh my cute adorable cinnamon roll, with a rub on his fluffy hair, I say, I know this day would come as I want to be the #1 hero which the a could provide for me and you whose dream is to be a combat doctor which the University of Tokyo could provide. With this his tears flowing down like jewelry shiny in the sunlight. No. Sob it's not only that but. Sob when I said accepted I mean sob after this year wail I would move to the dorm in the university in Tokyo study. The news hit me like a ton of bricks, my eyes start to blurry as I shakily ask again, you joking right? Deku. Tell me that you are joking. He just continues cry his heart out making my hold on my tears weaken, but, now. I couldn't form any words as my tears slowly to fall and I hugged a crying mess into myself. My angel is going to leave me in 1 year time. He's gonna be somewhere out of my reach, out of my protection, out of my sight. After like hours of crying, the green angel slowly untangle himself from me. I know that I am very selfish but I don't want to miss this chance even if it makes our sob time talk, together shorter. I know. Sniff it's not a chance that could easy get by so you better grab hold of it. I know I will. I try to give him a smile of encouragement but it must not very convincing. However, he suddenly holds my hands toward his chest as he says, and then Sniff I want to tell you that. Sniff I know telling you no is nothing but a burden to you but Sniff I don't know if I would get another chance so. With deep breath, he kisses my hands as he shouts, Kaken, I love you. Speechless, I just sitting there frozen at the confession, as Deku's body shaking in nervousness and his tears come down even more. I breath out deeply as he flinches, seriously, you still a cry baby till the end, Deku. Before he could say anything back, I grab his chin and bring out lips together in a sweet loving kiss. But you are mine cry baby. Eep. With a playful smirk, I drag him toward me to another kiss but not so cute and sweet like the first. Katsuki's POV End Combat Dr. Deku Disclaimer, Kohei Horikoshi is the real author for BNHMHA Chapter 4, Memories and Preparation. Katsuki's POV 2 years have passed and Izuku has already moved to Tokyo. Haze. I miss him so much. I thought as I closed my eyes picturing him sitting right next to me. With his big goofy smile making his doted cheeks more biteable. Then with eyes filled with love and admiration would look at me making my heart beats faster than ever and my brain to stop function properly. I then would touch his cheek lovingly then slowly he would close his emerald jewelries with his long eyelashes and I would still keep looking his angelic face as we move closer, closer and even closer to. Beep 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 I snap out of my fantasy by a slap like alarm on my Goda phone. A tired sigh escape my mouth, I get up and change to my workout cloth. Oi hag. I'm going to train. You brat. Stop calling me hag. And when will you back? When I foo ing done. Not after 11 p.m. whatever. I'm going. With a slam on the door, I start running and as always my thoughts slowly drifted toward my cute lover. I'm recalling back to the day he has to departed, lots of waterfall I tell you, by both Midoriyas. Flashbacks start after like 2 freaking hours, the water work finally ceased and only Izuku and me outside as others extras went back inside the house. As hard as I tried not to shout and beg him not to go but my pride and our dream was holding me back, my Izuku looked at me with sorrowful eyes as he tiptoes planted a small peck on my lips. After he's done, with a tearful smile he said, I will go now, Kaken. I will try to shorten our time apart as much as possible so you must quickly become the best hero ever. Then he turned his back to me to got on the F-King car that I wanted to blow up right then and there. A angry shout erupted from my throat. I pulled him back with force that make him stumbled back and fell onto my lap. Without any warning, I took his left hand and bit HRD on his ring finger. Startled, my angel let out a cute yelp and glared up at me, but more of a cute pout to me. Ouch. What was that for? Kaken. Then I let him go and throw a small gift box at his face. Still confused with what was happening, Izuku caught the box and looked at me with a lost puppy look, making me even more embarrassed, so I turned my back to him. Dumba. When the wound heal you better wear it. Or else I'm gonna bite. You again. Dumb nerd. I couldn't see what he was doing, but from the sound he was unwrapping the gift, then a grasp could be heard as he cried out, Kaken. Even without a mirror, I knew my face was cherry red as I rose my left hand to him, showing up the same design golden with tiny emeralds decoration ring on my ring finger. You better wear it 24/7, you hear? Choki. Yes, Kaken. Flashback, and I stopped to re-regular my breath at the beach where I have been training for a year. A light shines into my eyes as I look down to the golden with emeralds ring on my finger for more than 2 years. Unconsciously a soft smile appears on my face after I take out my phone and look at my wallpaper. It is a photo of an angel with his eyes twinkles with happiness, joy, and love, with his left hand slightly touch his chin with the back hand face the camera. On that hand, more importantly on the finger that he bit which already healed, is a familiar ring shine brightly in the sunlight from the window behind him, making the already angelic photo even more godly. I look around to see if the coast was clear. With a bright face I kiss my phone and quickly put it back in my pants. Still flaming hot, I speed walk toward the beach to survey it. The beach is the same as the last time, which was yesterday, as he left it. A satisfied nod, I quickly start working, throwing useless junks to the truck nearby as a friend of his father who recycling old junks and resell it to other people, which I have been earning a large sum of pocket money. As I'm working, I think back the reason why I am doing this, you know, Kaken. Heroes these days only care about their ranking and flashiness. Hero is not a job, well now it is, but originally it was to help people. Volunteer work. You already have the flashiness. You only need more volunteer work, then you would be the perfect hero, Kaken. I will go now, Kaken. I will try to shorten our time apart as much as possible, so you must quickly become the best hero ever. This is Takoba Municipal Beach Park, where Izuku and me sometimes went to play in the past. Haze, people these days only care about themselves, turning this appealing beach into a trash heap. Kid, if you want to be a hero, remember to care about these, okay? My poor back, I could only clean the small part of it. That old man was so a blabber anyway. In the end I keep my promise with Izuku, to be the greatest hero ever, starting with cleaning this beach, and it was not for nothing. With mountain of junks ranging from cans, bottles, wires to something huge like a double doors fridge, truck tires, some ruined cars, trucks, only a few months, I have developed my muscle quite nicely, if I must say, as well as my durability and speed, so I keep on doing it as a training routine. And now there only a small part that need to be cleaned and the beach would be as good as new. Today is February 1st, so only 2 weeks left for the U.A. entrance exam and also the skipping test. Which means we could not meet. I sigh in disappointment and continue on cleaning the beach and maybe hit the library later on for the written exam. I could not let my angel do all the work right. With renewed determined, I start working even more energy. Don't worry Izuku, I will meet you there, at the top. At a dorm room in Tokyo, I will pass the test and meet up with him at the top with a smile. Combat Dr. Deku Bakugou, sit lonely in a corner me, sweat drop Bakugou. BK. Depressed cloud and mushrooms surround him me, Gross bank, tick mark the foo you said. Me, well I'm not the one growing mushroom everywhere, aren't I? BK, it's so go da fault. I haven't seen Izuku more than 2 years, by H, give me my angel. Whine me, oh. Sweat drop and turn away BK. Me, are you, pouting? BK, shut up. You don't even own me or Deku or BNHMHME, Pierce Heart. But I motherf ing own this foo story. BK. HN me, anyway readers 3 let's continue the story chapter 5, A entrance exam with a surprise today is a bright day, with birds chirping, clear blue sky and trees. A young spiky blonde teen dons his school gakurin with a scarf as it's still in February, the air is quite chilling for his sweat quirk. The boy, Bakugou Katsuki, stands in front of his dream school, a high school, the school that produced countless of famous heroes and the #1 hero, All Might. Only at the entrance but he already can see the majesty of the school, with wide ground, many big and tall buildings and the most massive golden letters of A on the biggest building. Taking a deep breath to calm his nerve, looking the time on his phone, he sees the displayed time of 8:40 a.m. His eyes soften as they trail down the smiling angel below. Inhale, exhale, the ruby orbs open with a serious face, the face of a killer sweat drop. Katsuki takes strong confident strikes into his soon-to-be school. After the written test in a big stadium our lover boy, still the cough, serious face, sitting in his assigned seat, waiting for the next exam, the practical exam, his favorite. The blonde is very confident that he aced the written test and now only the last test and he could go home and start worrying about his angel's own exam. A loud yell brings him out of his thought, he peers down and sees present Mike, a hero who very famous with children as well as super rich as he is adored by his fans in his radio station. With a sign, he focuses on the loud-mouth hero after the explanation, no mumbling so no Ida, sorry, the school allows the contestants to change out of their stuffy uniform and into their workout cloth for the exam, and of course our spiky bomb BOI has already known about it. Bakugou is in battle area A, wearing his usually workout cloth, a dark green tank top and pants that holds up by a unity belt. Standing in the waiting area for the test, some guys, or in Bakugou's words damn extras, talking sh about how not getting in their way or something, and of course the blonde doesn't give a d. He is tensed, a smallest movement would set him off so it is an understanding with the closed door starts to move, he's already took off, leaving others behind in the dust. Like a fish in water, he continues breaking, exploding robots after robots not ready counting on how much he has destroyed. In his mind there is only one thing, pass this exam as quick as possible and then goes home and focus on his Deku. Out of nowhere, a scream reaches him, as he turns to look, a black-hair boy is being ambushed from behind as another in front of him. If he was still the him in the canon, he would careless, if you weak, you out, but he's different now. His heroic heart has been brought out to light by an angel, so he lefts the already destroyed 3-pointers and rushes in to save the black head. Thanks bro, that was awesome. Yeah, whatever, be careful I will now save you a second time. With that, he uses the explosive on his hands as a boost and rockets himself toward a group of robots nearby. So manly. The saved boy thought in awe. In a room full of computers displaying the images in the battleground A, B, C, D, that the school's soon-to-be future students are taking place. In that room any figures could be seen, watching the screen in interest and after a while, the smallest shadow in the room presses the big red button with a sly smile. Why those damn extras even here? They are so motherfucking weak. I have lost so much time to save their AES. Ugh. Thought an engaged Pomeranian as he without rest explodes robots and rescues fellow students. Suddenly the whole field shakes as a loud thumbing sound echo, everyone fearful turn and look at what that has made that sound. A gigantic robot slowly walks toward them as they recognize the 0-pointer that present Mike has mentioned and start running the opposite side. Without a beat, Katsuki continues destroying other robots at every contester are running for their live not really mind the other pointers. Just as he's done with 2 pointers, a scream of help making him stop and once again the wallpaper of his phone fill his mind. Taking a deep breath and exhale in defeat, Kaken rushes toward the screaming and sees a pink girl. No really, a pink girl, pink hair, pink skin, ears, lips, etc., the things are not pink as her horns and eyes. Not paying the girl's appearance any mind, he analyzes the situation, the girl's leg is stuck in some rocks and couldn't get out. Remembering the idea that Izuku came up while they were away each other, the blonde gives it a try. Wipe his sweat on the rocks as much as he can, bringing confusion on Pinky's face, he quickly places his hands on it and concentrates. A minute or two, the sweat starts to sparkles and explodes, breaking the rock in pieces, and just in time as the 0-pointer is just 2 steps away from them. Without a words, he yanks Pinky and carries her like a stack of potato and speed out of there. Thanks man. I thought I was toast. Whatever Pinky. Pinky. You are pink, so Pinky or raccoon eyes, your choice. Pinky it is then. Anyway, thanks again. Whatever. Then a loud ring runs out, present mic voices reaches their poor ears, time up kiddo. After the exam, now all the adrenaline gone with the exam, Katsuki is exhausted and only wish he could drop dead right then and there, but he has to go home. With a tired sigh, he walks out of the UA school, and as he continues to walk he hears a familiar giggle behind him. Like magic, all of his tiredness, pain and sleepiness have gone with the wind. With energy he doesn't know he still have, the blonde turns around and before him is his love. Midoriya Izuku, bathing in the evening light, making him looks like a mystical being out of this world. His hair is a little longer, yet his eyes still the same big, innocent and fill with love and tear sweat drop. He is wearing normal cloth, well as normal as a Dr. Manic could be, a dark green shirt and brown jeans with the Dr. Lab coat. You work hard, Kaken. Seeing him here, within reach, making the self-control, Bakugou couldn't withhold his tears as he runs and hugs the daylight out of his long-distance lover. Deku. Deku. Izu. Kaken. I miss you. Sniff, you better be. Well, someone be at Sundra again. Then the two lovers stare at each other lovingly as they get closer and closer till there are no space left at all. Author, luckily everyone has already gone and they are alone in front of the UA gate. Wink combat Dr. Dekumi. Hello readers. Do you like the story so far? I hope you do, and if you want the story to upgrade to cough have more lime lemon, please vote. BakuDeku are cuddling when Bakugou shoots right up with wolf's ears and tail, while Deku, who also sits up but face bright red Deku, nananananini. Anna-chan. Wah what? Bakugou, you could not see his tail as it's wagging up a storm. Lemon is good Deku, Kaken. Beat red Bakugou, what, nerd? Liking his lips sexily, don't you want to? Slowly and securely trail his hand from Izuku's stomach up to his chest. Have more of me, whisper in his ear Deku. P. Me, oh I. Bad dog. Spray water to Bakugou down boy. Do NW. Bakugou, growling. Deku, Anna-chan. Whine while hiding behind me, save me. Me, patting his fluffy hair, there Izu-chan. Bakugou, oh I. Unhand him. Me, oh. Shut Bakaken. It's still kid-friendly here. Wait till Lenny face adult-friendly, then you could have all the Deku you need. Bakugou, smirk evilly. Oh, now you are speaking my language. Oi extras. Me, really? You call the people who help your cough problem extras. Bakugou, fine. Dear readers. Happy. Me, thumb up, vote quickly, and my patient only up 2 chapters, so better vote before then. Deku, faint, Deku soul, nope. I'm outta here. Me, oh no Izuku-chan Deku soul, nnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnnn Gotcha, HEY. I will open up the voting up until chapter 15, so please, if you want this story to become mature or just light kisses, hands holding in cuddles are enough. Oh, before I forget, I don't own anything, from BNHMHA or pictures, only the plot. Happy reading. Deku, New Lemon. Please. Lips lock by. I wonder who. Chapter 6. Happy to be back after the passionate kiss, the two lovebirds hands in hands walk home. All the exhaustion and stress have expelled from his once tired body as Bakugou's eyes fall upon the greenette. 2 long years have passed, now he is here, back home, back to his arms. Warmth spears from his heart cover his whole body in happiness, he tenderly squeaks and rubs the other softer hand, then bring it up and give it a gentle kiss, bringing embarrassment and love on his lover's adorable face. Ka. Kaken. Blushing I. Pleased with the reaction, he simply smirks smugly, payback for being a liar toward your boyfriend, Deku, boyfriend. The cutie is red to his ears as he uses his remain hand to cover his strawberry face as his boyfriend chuckles. Couldn't handle any more teasing, Izuku pouts adorably at his love, Mao, stop teasing me, Kaken. Okay, Izu. Before Midoriya could calm his heart, he feels the other lips on top of his head, kissing. Eyes rolling with a face could put the color red in shame, Deku flapping his arms widely and uses it to cover his face and head while not able to make the other to let go of one of his hands. You Kaken, heh. Love you too, nerd. The whole way home is filled with whining, blushing, and teasing of the couples. Not long before they have to return to their respected home. Both still longing for each other's presence, they linger and staring others' eyes, not wanting to break it. Slowly, the future doctor steps toward the hero in training with a cute blush as he raises his head and pecks on the other's lips. With a shy happy smile, he says, I'll come over tomorrow, so you should go in and rest, Kaken. We will talk and, whisper cuddle with each other. His heart is 0 cloud 9 at the words and his love's cuteness, but with a sly grin he asks, talk and what, Izu? Izuku now is flushing up a tornado as he starts to shake and kicks the taller boy's shin, well, not too hard as he's still worried about other condition, then runs to his house shouting, Bakaken. Stupid. Watching his other half antics brings a smile onto his face, chuckle a little, he opens his front door and walks in yelling, OIHAG. Old man. I'm FING back. Shut up, brat. Don't call me hag. Oh. Katsuki, you are back. How did it go? HN. I'm F King Acid, old man, brat. Don't talk to your father like that. Now Mitsuki. It's okay. Anyway, son, go take a shower and eat dinner with us. Your mother cooked up a feast. Just as he stops talking, his appealing loving wife whacks his head, nearly make his glasses fall off, shut it. Masaru. I did not. Stop making stuff up. She yells in embarrassment as her husband called out her action. Masaru just smiling and rubbing his throbbing head as his wife tsundera away. My wife is so cute. He thought lovingly. As if it's any better than normal day. Old man. She's lucky if I eat anything she cooked. His son yells back, but he could see his ears are red as he chuckles, what was that, you brat? You better eat my food and FING cry. The hell, why? 'Cause it's so disgusting. The older male in the house, happily slipping his already cool cup of tea as the mother and son duo shouting away, like mother like son indeed. I'm so blessed, author, okay. Sweat drop, at the Midoriya's household when Izuku bursts in with a blushing face, Inko, who is cooking dinner or more like a mountain of food that could feed an army with all of her adorable baby favorites, pokes her head outside and sees her son smiling back at her. The two reincarnations of forest fairies stare at each other, then suddenly like magic both of their eyes gust out 4 massive waterfalls, one for each eye, as they run and embrace each other. I miss you so much, Izukun. I miss you too, mama. On the corner of the hall, a black hole forms and a head pokes in with the most deadpan face in the history of mankind. Really? You guys just meet like... I don't know. An hour ago, and gusting like half of a Pacific Ocean amount of tears. Barfing could be heard as another head poke in, the familiar husky, woof, yeah I know. No breaking the fourth wall, woof, yeah let's go, then those two heads disappear as well as the black hole as the other two Midoriyas still crying, hugging, not noticing a thing. After an hour or so, the water hoses finally stop, with a motherly smile Inko nudges her child, come on Izukun, you go up there, take a shower and change. I will be quick with a few more dishes, then we will have dinner together. Yes, Mama, but I don't think it's dinner, more like a feast for 20+ people. Oh. It's nothing, dear. Come on. Get up there. Yes, yes. I'm going. Watching her baby boy walks up those stairs with confidence, back straight and head held high, bringing a proud smile to her lips. I'm so proud of you, Izuku-kun. And thank you too, Kastuki-kun, for being there for him. With that, she starts to walk back into her kitchen, continues cooking as she hums a happy little tune. Combat Dr. Deku disclaimer, a dream is always a dream. Chapter 7, Wake Up Call. Or is it? Another appealing morning, the sky is clear with people who are going on with their life. In Bakugou's household, with the sole female who is making breakfast for her husband and child, the said husband is helping his wife to set up the table while their son sleeps away his tiredness from yesterday's event. The married couples are merrily working together as the front bell rings. Without a word, Masaru places the plate down and walks toward it to see who it is. Mitsuki glances and sees her husband's already going, so she continues cooking and humming to herself. Only a minute or so, the oldest Bakugou walks in with 2 more people. Mitsuki. Hello, Auntie. Oh. Inko, Izu-chan. You're here. Konan. Let's sit down, breakfast's gonna done in a second. Let's me help you, Mitsuki. Oh, you don't have to, Inko. I insist. With the women are off to their flowery world, Izuku and the Masaru look at each other and making small talk. Mostly about how is he, how is Tokyo, and any difficulty in being the youngest to study at university. They are chatting lively, then the women voice ring out, breakfast is ready, dear. Chuckle at the tone of the two, the older man turns to the younger and asks kindly, Izuku, would you mind go and wake up that son of mine? Oh. No problem, uncle. Thanks, Izuku. Do you still remember the room? Yes, uncle. I'm going now. Watching the boy he sees as his second son, he feels proud of the man that boy is becoming. Smiling softly, he takes the daily newspaper and walks toward his usual seat. The only male Midoriya who is walking up the stairs, he remembers the last time he comes up here. He smiles as he sees everything is the same. Graceful like a cat, he walks to the second door on the left, he knocks, and says, Kaken. Have you awakened yet? The reply he gets is the soft snoring from inside. Chuckling, he tries the door, it's unlocked, so he opens and walks inside. In the far corner of the room is a bed with a dark green blanket which makes his heart aches in happiness. When he reaches the bed, he knees down and gazes the body on it. The sleeping one with his body spreads out like a starfish, one of his legs is dangling from the bed and the blanket half cover his body. The usual scowl is not present, making his face far softer with his mouth slightly part, letting the snore that he always hears when he has sleepover. Smiling at the sight, the emerald boy tenderly runs his fingers through the other's hair and blushing a bit when the sleeping beauty's leaning in his touch. He wishes this moment would never end, but his love needs food to substance himself, so he gently shakes the other to the living world. Only to have his hand caught and hugged, but the sleeping boy, the face is now burning red. He tries to think of some ideas to wake his boyfriends up, then an idea pops up, but the thought of it making him weak in his knees. With a deep breath, he slowly comes closer to the other's face, then tightly squeaks his eyes shut and give a peck on the cheek. Before he could retreat, a hand wraps around his waist, another holds on his head in place as his lips being pressed by something. Opening his eyes in surprise, forest green locks with fiery red as the lips seal his. The shy boy tries to break free from the hold, but the surprise and the weakening of his knees making it impossible to escape, and the other knew it as he smirks into the kiss. Finally, the greenette resigned to his fate as he kisses back, which bring a smile to the other face. As the kiss continues on, the once sleeping boy with a swift throw of shoulders and hips, he switches place with his victim. Finally apart, the caged teen puffs off their cheeks in a pout with a delicious red blush on his freckled cheek. The now awake teen drinks on the sight of his adorable lover as he licks his lips dangerously, making the one beneath him tremble. As he goes down for another heated kiss, his mother's loud and never-before annoying voice startles them. "Oi brat! Stop picking on poor Izuku-chan. Wake up and come down here for breakfast. Oh, and Izuku-chan. Let's him be and come down here for breakfast, dear." The boys, one is set off ready to explode and others whose face is hidden behind two of his arms, too sad or embarrassed to move. Before the blonde could bark out a comeback to his CK blocking of a mother, two soft hands cup his face, stopping his train of thought. With a quick soft kiss on the lips, his nerd still blushing, sits up, eyes darting around not meeting his eyes, and says in a breathless tone, "Ko. Huff, come on Ka. Kak and Huff, let's go Huff, go down Huff and have breakfast. You need your nutrition." With a firm yet gentle push, Deku makes the pouting blonde off of him as he stands up and fixing his cloth only to be hugged from behind. "Morning Deku," he said in his deep rough voice, then places a light kiss on the abused ear, making the owner yelps and jumps away from him. "Eep. Kakin." With both hands cupping his now bright red ear, the green fairy whines in embarrassment while the other just grinning in triumph. Too flustered to say anything, so the cute bunny just shouts, "Bakakin," and bolts out of the room with a loud slam on the poor door. Laughing happily at the cute action of his angel, the never-asleep devilish blonde teen lazily goes into his bathroom to wash up with a depression thought in his mind. 2 years of separation and he got even cuter. My heart could not handle that. After hygiene himself, his face now is molded into a displeased frown. Those 2 years as his cuteness continues to raise, without me there by his side there ought to be some bugs try to take him away from me. Erg. I better mark him or state claim before those bugs, or else I seriously gonna kill them, hero be damn. He thought as he slowly becomes angrier and angrier as he storms down the stairs, but one looks at the happy smile beaming his way, making all the dark thought in his mind vanished. With a tired sigh and a content smile, he walks into the dining room where his parents, mother-in-law, and his beloved angel are waiting for him. Combat Dr. Deku Bakugou, cuddling with BakuDeku, cuddles back with a cute blush. "Me, slowly raise my beloved phone and film it Bakugou, oh I. Extra author. Me, tick mark what? Bakugou, Deku is gonna stay with me from now on, right? Me, quickly turn away as well as the frozen stiff Deku in his lap. Bakugou, oi he is going to stay here with me, right? Me, well you see Bakugou, famous angry face spit it out. Me, no. He is going to leave you again. But only after some chapters. Not right now. Don't kill me please. Bakugou, nanny. Didn't you say BakuDeku is your fave? Why separate us? Deku, calm down Kakin. Maybe she has some explanations or plans to develop our relationship through the separation. Me, eyes unevenly averted the couples while whistling a random tune. Bakugou stands up like undead men eating flesh and creaks toward me with his hand twitching as if wanting to squeeze my neck. Me, doing hand signs summoning Eno Jutsu. Deku, pop out of nowhere with clouds surrounding me, push the confused rabbit to the predators as an offering, then I zoom out of there and locks the door. I don't own BNHMHA and Bakugou own DKU. Bakugou, smirk, you've got that right. Deku, blushing. Chapter 8, Breakfast, teasing, and the news. So with the last members present, everyone goes to their seat with Masaru at the head table. To his right side seats are his wife and son, and the left side seats their guests Inko then Izuku. In front of them are the traditional Japanese breakfast, consists of rice, tofu miso soup, egg rolls, grilled mackerel, and pickles that are all mouth-watering. Before eating, everyone claps their hands before their chest and say the famous Japanese word itadakimasu. Even if they all said the same words but none is the same, the oldest man at the table clapped his hands happily and cheerily said it. His wife, on the other hand, clapped loudly and shouted the phrase like a warrior, and the last of his family is his blonde son, who the same as his wife clapped so loud yet only mumbled the word, making him chuckle. Opposite of the Bakugous, the two Midoriyas like pea in a pod, they clapped gently with a joyful voice, said the words with their famous flowery background which make his hothead family blush at the cuteness. Anyway, after saying the phrase they all dig right in the delicious meals before them. As some of the readers may have already aware of the unique taste of the Bakugou, and luckily in this timeline the Midoriya's taste buds are kinda similar to them, so they all enjoy the wonderful taste of Mitsuki's cooking after passing the heat of the spice. However, there is one person because of their quirk, so they love to have their dishes as spicy as possible without melting the plate. As they reach to add more chilies to the plate, a smaller hand stopped them. Looking upward, ruby eyes clash with deep forest green. Kaken. I know about your quirk, so eating hot dishes are the best for you, but you should let your stomach have some rest or else you would get gastritis, meaning your stomach's wall will become thinner, and then you will have a hole in there. Then how you fight villains or saving civilians, Izuku said in a firm voice underlined with worry at each word, whatever, nerd. I can eat anything or how spicy I want. The blonde snaps back with anger, but he doesn't take any more chilies as well as put some which already in the dish out. The action brings a bright happy smile to the other boy's face which makes his cheeks flush faintly. The adults watch the interaction of the teenagers with fondness in their eyes, yet one of them is having an evil glint in theirs. With a merry singing tone, the blonde female says out loud, "Oh, don't you look at that, honey, Inko. Izuku would be the perfect waifu for our brat." Don't you think so? The two boys turn their heads so quickly that you could hear their neck crack. Author, shudder, the male brunette happily goes along with his wife teasing, "Oh. You are right." Izuku's future looks bright with his dream of being a doctor, and he is already a few steps away to graduate as a doctor. With our son as a hero, they could save lots of money on hospital bills. Oi. Are you implying I am weak, old man? The father just a teasing face of, I don't know, which his wife goes in right after, "Oh, I brat. Don't talk like that to your father. And you could not say for sure what will happen in the future. Maybe the breadwinner will be Izuku." Livid, Katsuki retorts, "No way. I'm gonna be the #1 hero with Deku be my doctor side kid. And he is the wife as he cans cook, clean and cute." The said Deku, who is now a blushing mess on the ground with hands hiding his face, the mothers are beaming at the slip-up and the sole father smiles teasingly, "Oh, so Inko in-law. When will you accept marriage gifts? Old hag." "Oh, anytime that they are ready, Mitsuki in-law." Mamaya. After a few more teasing of the two 14-years-old boys, they're finally released from the legal weapon that parents could and happily use on their children, embarrassment. Now, with a full belly and clean dishes, they once again seat facing each other like previous, but now with the male brunette at the head table. "Okay, Izuku, why you did tell us that yesterday you would take the skipping grade test and could only return tomorrow, which is today." "Well, not that I'm complaining or anything," the little plumey woman said to her son, while the rest are also eager to hear the reason. With a shy smile and one hand rubs his left freckles cheek, the deceiver says, "Well, I want to surprise you guys, and I did have a skipping grade test, but I have done the day before, so I lie about it, I'm sorry," the timid boy confessed in fright and guilt as he lowers his head, but an angry voice makes him raises it. "Arg. You got nothing to be sorry about. None of us here is angry for your early visit, so don't worry, nerd. Ready, Kaken." The sad boy looks up in hope, and when he saw no deceptions in the other's eyes, he smiles brightly, "Thank you, Kaken." The older ones only have one thought, our children are so cute. However, they are brought out of their mind when a proud and little smug face of the usual cinnamon roll, and that is not any normal skipping grade but the graduation test for high school, so if I pass this then I would able to catch up with next year's graduation of the university. A minute of silence, then it's popped as a crying mother rushes in hugging him and congratulates him, while the other mother hugs both of the green heads with pride as the brown hair man rubs the younger boy's head proudly and affectionately. The lone boy who's still on his seat, but his eyes are enough for the other, knows how much love and pride he is in him. Finally, with all the hugging, crying and a promise of celebration, the teens are finally alone with each other. They both lay down on the blonde's bed with the freckled boy on top of his lap with his body hugged tightly but comfortable as he relaxes into the hug. They stay like that for some time when Midoriya feels the vibrate beneath him as his lover speaks, "Hey Izu, did someone bully you there? Or anyone messes with you?" Combat Dr. Dekumi, hello guys. Well, Bakugou is having his Deku time, so it's just me this chapter. I'll make it short, I don't own anything except the plot. Happy reading. Uwu 333 Chapter 9, Worries, Confess, and just as the question left the blonde's lips, Izuku stares straight into his lover's face, and what he sees both make his heart flusters and ache at the same time. The usual top dog Bakugou Katsuki, whose face always accompanies either a frown or an arrogant smirk. But now, neither of those are present, his mouth forms an upside-down line and his eyes, oh the eyes are what make the greenhead's heart reaches out for him. The BLD red eyes are full of determination, confidence, and sometimes with him only warmth. What the emerald orbs could see now is loneliness, sadness, and hopelessness at the time they have passed and soon be past. Midoriya knows his hero isn't one to show his vulnerable side to anyone. For a Quirkless Deku doctor, Kaken breaks down the iron barrier and lays bare for him to see, to judge, and to love. With shadow hiding his upper face, the cinnamon roll sits up suddenly, making the other follow suit. Then the roll nudges gently, silently asking his sad lover to place his back against the wall, then he wraps the dark green blanket around his bewildered boyfriend. Finally, he eases himself into the other's lap as Bakugou automatically wraps his hands around the slim waist and brings the smaller, and softer body closer to his. Even confusing at the action of his angel, but the hot-tempered teen still complies and happily dives his face into the fluffy masses and smells the amber scent combined with cinnamon and cotton flower, the unique smell of his love that could always relax him in any situation. Bakugou, oh I. How did you know my Deku's scent? Did you touch him? Deku, blushing no. Author, having a headache, don't ask. I googled it, then take some cents out and 1 cent in. Apparently there a shop sells scent candles that have you guys smells. Bakugou, Deku, me, well, it's about $19 each and all sold out. BakuDeku, getting freak out, you're joking right? Me, deadpan, Google it yourself. BakuDeku, hugging each other tightly. Me, it seems they have 12 people sent in BNHMHA and get quite positive reviews. BakuDeku, run. Me, okay, let's get back to the story. As the blonde hugging him, Deku rubs the hands holding with tenderness as if he afraid to hurt his significant other. You know what, Kaken? At the question, the blonde stops rubbing his face but still not letting go. Izuku knows he got the other's attention, then he continues, when I first got there, everything is so strange, I got to see lots and lots of new things. Some news heroes, some medicines I never thought we have, or many new theories that are undergo testing. The university is also nice. At first many students there hate me as they thought I used some quirk or connection to get in. But after a month, they all warm up to me. Now we are all best bud. The Green Angel keeps on telling his love all the things he saw and learned in his 2 years' time there, as cute as how exciting or how his emerald eyes sparkle. The young Bakugou could not feel happy for his love's growth, yet he continues to listen. Tokyo is a wonderful and opportunistic place to stay and study. The sentence makes the teen behind him stiffen and tighten his hold on the body in front of him. As if he's scared if he just let go even a bit, the other would vanish. However, there is something that makes me love Muzutafu more than Tokyo. Do you know what is that, Kaken? A little startled at the question aiming at him, he answers the thing that pops into his mind, 'cause your mother and All Might are here. Giggle at the silly answer, the greenette turns his body so his face is facing others and gives it a loving kiss. But Kaken, that's just a small part but not the real main reason. Knowing he is being teased by his playful boyfriend, Katsuki finally smiles happily and moves in for another kiss, but his lips only land on the other's freckles. Not discouraging, he keeps on kissing each and every freckle he could find, which the one being kissed blush furiously at the gesture. After a few more kisses, the smaller teen answers his own question, I like Tokyo but I would never go there because, in Muzutafu, there are many precious memories that I want to continue to create more and more. But in Tokyo, you could still create new and more memories there. Yes, Bakaken. The Bakaken playful bites Deku's ear, earning a yelp anyway, even if it is so, but there would still one thing missing. Hope begins to fill Bakugou. Never before he feels so weak yet so strong at the same time. A gentle smile greets him as the pinkish lips say, because my memories must have you in it, Kaken. Not one memory that doesn't have you in it. Tears begin to form in his even more eyes as the reassurance words fill with love reach his soul. As cheesy as it is, blushing madly, it is true, my dream is to be the best quirkless combat doctor ever, but my goal is only to be by your side, Katsuki. With that heartfelt confession and the fact, his childhood friend turns lover said his name, making his tears drop uncontrollably, the same could apply to blushing and tearing cinnamon roll. After a minute or so, the blonde has already able to recontrol himself, giving the still crybaby a push so he is laying back first on the bed, trapped beneath him. Moving closer to him, Katsuki whispers, the reason I want to be number one is that you would only look at me and no one else, Izuku. Always was, is, and will. Then he steals his self-vow with a kiss. Izuku continues to cry tears of joy at those words as he wraps his hands around the other's neck, bringing them even closer into the kiss. They continue to kiss, not wanting it to break. Then suddenly, the more dominated man nibbles on the lower soft lip, the smaller one gasps in surprise with allow the foreign tongue to go inside his mouth and explore every crack and cranny, making the trapped one losing more of his breath. Slowly, the playful organ starts to teasing the owner's tongue to a dance that only they could feel. Time passes as they still lip-locked on each other. The 14 years old's Herm starts to make itself known as the rough hands begin to wander all over the shivering body. It moves from the waist up to the chest, then backs down only for one to slips under the hem of the shirt and the other cupping others round and soft behind. The Bun realizes his virtue is in danger as he struggles to escape, but he's trapped, and before he could say anything, his tongue is being caught and dragged outside its comfort zone. The wolf in Pomeranian skin continues to devour the delicious treat underneath him, and as he feels the starts to cloud at his bunny's eyes, he teasingly slips into the bottom part of the cloth of his mate. Knock knock knock, author, still waiting for the voting. The knocking at the door making them jump off the bed, as Inko's sweet motherly voice rings out, Katsuki-kun, Izuku. You boys go out and play outside. I and Mitsuki are going to cook up the feast for your celebration, so no helping. Beat red face, Izuku sits up and quickly fix his cloth as he answers, yeah mama. We will come right out. So give us a sec. Happy with the reply, Inko says cheerfully, if you want to go anywhere just ask Masaru, he's about to go buy some stuff so he could give you two a ride there. Quickly now. Yes, mama. When Inko's footsteps fade away, the nearly lost his pure Midoriya turns toward the pouting one, grabbing the pillow nearby and repeatedly hit the other's head while whispers shouting, Ntai Kaken. Ntai. 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 The blonde just uses his arms to block his face from being hit, all the while laughing happily. Combat Dr. BakuDeku, smoke is coming out of his ears. Ntai Kaken. Bakugou, try to smoothing the angry cinnamon bun. Come on babe, whisper teasingly in his ears. You were feeling good too, right? Me, still filming. Whoa. I never knew a human skin could change color that fast. The broccoli boi now is as red as my lipstick. Deku, cover himself even more at a blanket from nowhere. Bakugou, hug the streaming hot cinnamon burrito. Love you too. Chew me, nose bleeding so hard. I am the captain of the BakuDeku ship, is now recruiting for vice captain and crewmates. Deku, poke head out. Huh. Bakugou, deadpan face me, because I have an ambition. Dramatic pause. My wish is to spread the joy, the fluffiness, and the lemons of BakuDeku global wide. Bakugou, smirk. I'm in. Deku, on the verge of fainting. Anachan me, so. Friends, readers. Join me on the journey of conquest and dominate of the famous and most popular BNHA-MHA's ship. Chapter 10, Short Time. Make it worth. Katsuki's POV start. 5 days have passed since I took part in the U.A. entrance exam and the return of my other half, Izuku. Those days, except for the get-together breakfasts, lunches and dinner, author. He means that sometime the Midoriyas would go over and have meals with the Bakugous and vice versa, and the celebration of Izuku's process, which is even faster the plan. My nerd, he's an angel and my half, so of course he is awesome like that. I thought in pride and fondness, then I feel movements beside my left. Slowly, a warm, soft body pressed again my arm as its head snuggles closer into my chest. I look down with love-filled eyes and watch my boyfriend hugging and snuggling me in his sleep. His small nose is twitching adorably and his desirably lips part slightly, letting out quiet sound of a sleeping kitten. How can a boy, better yet a human, could be this cutie? It should be illegal. I shout inwardly in my mind as to not disturb my baby cakes. Author, wink wink, sleep. Could not stand it anymore. I lean down and press a kiss in the soft green brush in front of me, then wrap my other arms, holding my love even more intimately as he happily dives even deeper into my hug. With a smile, I start to think back those 5 days. Flashback starts. First day, Kaken. Look. I can't believe that they would have the doctor talk here. It's very doctor talk. I didn't really care about what the thing is, hell with the doctor science talk, but the way Izu said it, making it interesting. His voice lowed when something not important. He would use simple words for me to understand, and you could literally hear the bold uppercase and underline in his tone at the important stuff. With his voice alone cause put some of the third-grade teachers out of business. Not to mention when his eyes would shine brightly while looking at you, to the contagious smile of his beaming at you. I smiled a happy defeated smile and continued listen to him. Second day, I was so nervous I thought I would puke right then. Never had I been this nervous, not even taking the UA exam or preparing for a fight could compare to this. I turned back to the blindfolded Izu behind me with one hand outstretched connecting with mine as I was leading the way to the surprise I have planned for him. Are we there yet, Kaken? The surprise place. A little more Deku. Is it near the sea? I could feel the wind and hear the waves. Yeah. Taking a deep breath and calm down, I walked closer to the blinded one to untie the blindfold. Like in slow motion, the eyelids moved, then fluster opened, revealing 2 gateways to the enchanted forest. As those gates stared into my own gateways to the burning red hell, Izu insisted that my eyes are warm like the sun but could brought drought upon anyone dare to hurt it or its beloved. Cheesy, I know. Then those irises looked past me, more concentrated on the background. With a gasp, Izu cutely covered his mouth and turned to me. So, do you like my hard work, Izu? I tried to act tough and cool, but inside of me is a ball of nervous. However, like always, my angel made it all disappeared. You are so awesome, Kaken. His eyes were shining so bright with the evening light hitting they just right, making them even more magical. I just smirked and leaned down, confusing him. Heh. With all my hard work, you won't reward me, Izu. Finally understood what I mean. He blushed modestly and kissed my cheeks. Before I could retort or making him kiss my lips, he's already run far away. Let's race, Bakaken. I smirked and shoot right after him with all the thought of teasing him to death. Third day, Kaken. Let's go out on. First thing in early morning, I saw my broccoli-turned-strawberry boyfriend stand there and asking me to go out. He never the one who ask out first, especially right after we dating. I smiled softly and patiently wait for him. Author, wow. Patient Bakugou, people, as he shut his eyes and shouted, Kaken. Would you go on AMO? Movie date with me? He's using the date word. Happiness flowed into me, making me felt like on cloud night. A little peck on the forehead, I answered, sure nerd, I'm gonna get ready. Fourth day, we were cuddling in Izu's room. The room is still the same I have visited. With walls covered in papers of formulas, books everywhere and a stuffed hero toy, All Might. His room was so cute, just as their owner. Only 3 days left. I said in sadness, Izuku could only stay for a week only, which upset me greatly. Grumpily, I pulled him close and rubbed my head in between his neck and shoulder. He broke out laughing, making me smile at him. Fifth day, today. Flashback ends yesterday. We have permission to sleep over at Izu's house. I reach for my phone to find the time is already 9 a.m. Not wanting to get up and leave, I continue to lay there hugging him for eternity. But it's broken by the ring sound of my phone. Quickly, I pick up and whisper, yell, what? Brat. Drag your BU over here. Izuku too if you want, what for hag. Stop calling me that you da brat. Anyway your result for you. Has come. With that I shoot right up, little guilty for startled the sleeping beauty, as I scream loudly, my you. Entrance exam. What else stupid brat? Why that my mother hangs up, still a little sleepy, the greenette asks in a sleepy voice, what was that, Kaken? My. I take a deep breath and say, Izu wanna come over my house and see my you. A result. At that, Midoriya bolts right up and scowls me, Kaken. It's important. One you should have wake me up. Baka. I just smile then sneak up behind him and say near his ear, well sleeping beauty, I was about to wake you up with some hot kisses but the hag C blocked me again. Ntai Kaken. So embarrassed he throws everything soft, light at me while I retreat outside his room still laughing. Combat Dr. Dekumi, thank you everyone for supporting this story. A river of tears. I never thought my story could reach over 100 views. Wailing Deku, teary congratulation Anachan. I'm so happy for you. Burst into tears Bakugou. Deadpan face with rain cloth and umbrella on me, thank you very much everyone. I will try my best to continue this story. P.S. Today chapter will be longer to celebrate this wonder news. Chapter 11, Letters, Joys and Tears. When the two lovers have finally done and go downstairs, they meet Inko whose face is in tears. Both rush forward, try to calm the poor shaking woman down, and coax her into telling them what is wrong. After a minute or so, she has gathered her wits and with a shaken voice she says, Izu. Izuku, your result is here. Now it is the boy's turn to be shocked at the news and the smaller teen would turn into a crying and worried mess if not for the other. Katsuki wraps one arm around Deku's shoulder, and with his thumb, he rubs small circles on the shaky shoulder. After his cutie calms down, he turns to the small woman who is still on the floor and gently says, Auntie, I've also just received my result for my U.A. exam. So how about we all go to my house and open them together? The cute chubby woman's appealing forest eyes look into the ruby red eyes of the younger, with a smile she nods her head, yeah. Let's do that. Let me wash my face first. Okay. As he watches his auntie walks into the restroom, the body that he holds beside him has stopped trembling and now hugging him back. He leans his head down looking at the identical green eyes of the woman, a soft smile reaches his red eyes, thank you, Kaken. A loving peck on the forehead, it's nothing nerd. At the Bakugou's household after explaining the unexpected situation, both of the Midoriyas and Bakugou's family all sit down in the living room waiting anxiously for the result of their children. In front of everyone, on the table is two letters, one with the logo of a high school while the others has the ginkgo leaves have been arranged to create the Greek letter phi, which signifies pharmaceutical sciences, with the stem of the leaves forming the infinity symbol infinity. A little debating later, finally Katsuki opens his first. He holds the two end of the letter and rips it apart violently, making the Midoriya's sweat drop while Mrs. Bakugou just gives him a good whack on the head. What drops from the poor letter is a piece of paper and a metallic circle device. Before anyone could react, the device opens up and shows a hologram of today's number one hero, All Might. Am I on screen? With his trademark smile, his booming loud voice runs through the house as the inhabitants sit still in shock. The big muscle man carries on with his speech, yes. It's I, All Might. And yes, starting now I will be a teacher in you. A high school could not withhold his excitement. Deku is shaking his frozen boyfriend's hands all the while whisper yelling, OMG. You will be study under All Might. OMG. Under All Might. Teach by All Might. The adults are not any better as they also chanting under their breath the same phrases, Katsuki will study under All Might, the number one hero All Might will be teaching Katsuki. Katsuki will study. Not knowing his presence has done to the mental health of the audiences, All Might continues, Bakugou Katsuki. You did wonderfully on the written test and you did even better at the practical skills. The total of your score is 75 points. OMG. Kaken. You're amazing. 75 points. An excited Deku tackles the smug-faced teen in a hug while squeaking in amazement. Atta boy. Great job. Katsuki, the blonde's parents smile so wide that their cheeks hurt but they don't care as his mother rubs his spiky hair while his father laughs merrily. Katsuki-ai. The over-emotional woman follows her son's action, hugs the down boy all the while tears come flying. However, they are all stopped by the same loud voice, but wait, there's more. Behold this screen. All Might dramatically press the button on the screen that they haven't noticed before. On the screen is a pink girl, or Pinky as Katsuki called. Stand next to her is a black-haired boy with a scar on his right eyebrow and some others. They are all standing before Present Mike. Sorry to bother you, but, do you know the mean spiky hair blonde? With the evil eyes. The Pinky said while others nodding their head in agreement, which makes the blonde's angel burst out laughing as well as his parents and aunt. I will kill you Pinky. I don't know if he got enough points because he was busy saving me and the others. If so, could you give him some of mine? Yeah. He is manly. He also saved me, so I want to share some points with him. Yeah. Us too. Inko and the old Bakugou stare at the video in shock. Katsuki, their violent son who only tamed by Izuku, is rescuing people. They are so proud of their child. In their mind, he will become the #1 hero. The green boy could not contain the pride in his eyes as he glazes into the other's eyes. I knew you could do it. You are the best hero. Smiling softly, the blonde leans closer and whispers in Greenette's ear, it's all on you, Izu. I could never be the best without you. So, hurry and be by my side already, nerd. Furiously blushing, Deku could only nod as his voice has left him. Katsuki slyly holds Deku behind their back away from their parents' view, making the red boy only become redder. Much more than any quirk, it is your actions that have touched these people's heart. Did you think there would be a department of heroic that would not give credits for doing the right things? Perish that thought. Everyone is on the edge of their seats at each word the muscular blonde said. So here is your rescue points: Bakugou Katsuki, villains points, 75 and Rizu points, 50, total of 125 points. The highest points in the history of you. A entrance exam. Come young Bakugou. Yui's now your hero academia. Then the holographic message closes as the screaming of joy, pride, and happiness ring out. Half an hour later now, it's Izuku's turn. With a swiftly cut, he takes out 2 papers. He opens one which contains the scores he has got on the test. Everyone holds their breath, waiting for any reaction from the greenette. After a few seconds, Deku just gently slides the scores over for his mother and others as he opens the last paper. Inko is a nervous wreck when her son has yet to show any emotion, so with shaking hands she picks up the paper, and when her eyes see the numbers on the paper, her soul almost flew away. The Bakugous gather around her as she is frozen stiff and looks at the scores, which make their eyes widen like a saucepan. OMG, all sure. That's like 100 OMG. Izuku. You are amazing. Izuku-kun. Wailing, looking at the results of his boyfriend makes his respect and admiration for his love rise even a higher height, as well as making his determination being the #1 hero burns more brightly. Suddenly a sob makes everyone stop whatever they are doing and look at the now sobbing genius. Izu-chan. What's wrong? Izuku. Izukun. Deku. Come on, tell me what's wrong. Wiping his eyes, he turns to the now scared audiences, showing them a shaking smile as he says, my faculty, saw my result and has submitted a letter to the principal, requesting for me to take part in this year's graduation, which is why my result was late. The Bakugous gasp with their eyes wide open as well as their mouth, while his mother covers her mouth with her small chubby hands, but her bigger than normal eyes show her shocked clearly. The PR. The principal has approved it. Cheers could be heard all the way to the last house of the neighborhood. Everyone is happy, shouting, and dancing at the news, but they settle down quickly as the one who achieved the impossible is looking down sadly. None speak as his friend lover walks and sits next to him and asks, "What's wrong? Are there any requirements that you don't like?" Or, "No, it's just that I must return to Tokyo immediately to take the required test for those who are going to graduate this year." What? But you've just gone home for like 5 days. What the F is that schooling thinking? Izuku. The explosion boy is shaking in fury as the precious short time together with his Deku is shortened even more. Before his quirk could be activated in pure fury, a hand press his pressure point, stopping his sweats as well as his quirk. Everyone. It's true that I am not happy about the news just like you, but I want to do this. Izuku says, unconvinced in his voice, but his tears continue to drip. I have done what is impossible. I could graduate this year. So even if our time now is short, but the time we will apart is also shortened. None in the room has a dry face. Quickly wipe his face clean of any snot, tears. Midoriya. Izuku smiles his sunny flower $1,000 smile. So wait for me, everyone. With that, everyone rushes in and cuddle him in a group hug, and Katsuki allows himself to pulled in as he thought in sadness and despair, "Izu, you better come back quick, or else I would go crazy from missing you." Combat Dr. Deku. Me. Deku. Bakugou. Me, Bakugou, growled Jrrr Deku, sweat drop me, so I take that the news is not to his liking. Forced smile Deku, sweat yeah. Bakugou, snuggles with Deku. Cute doggo whine Deku, blush madly and hug him tighter. Kaken. Me, what would you do if I say that this chapter is, the... Never mind. Bakugou, the famous furious face. "Oi. Get F back here." The what? Oi. Me, still run for my life, still not owning anything. Bakugou, running toward me while carrying Deku. "Oibch, get back here." Me, eep. Chapter 12, Reassurance at the Midoriya's household. Afternoon. The green duos finally stop their tears as the mother and child, helping each other in packing the youngest bag for this evening rush trip to Tokyo. When the child takes some extras, notebooks and pens, someone holds his waist while the other hand holds his out sketch hand. Kaken. I have to pack up. I know, just a little more. Izuku smiles lovingly and turns to give his sulking boyfriend a kiss. You know that I love you, right? Ha. And the one who should be jealous is me, you know. Ha. Why would you jealous? I only have my eyes on you. Blushing slightly at that, the smaller teen says, I know, but when the girl, the pink one, mention how you save her, make me feel like a hero and a cool one as yourself would. He trails off. Katsuki could only hug him even tighter as those words make his heart spurts wings. I know I'm cool, Deku. Pouting at the teasing, Deku hits the other hand slightly. Mao, I mean. You are very cool when fighting and helping people. I fear, someday, someone more appealing than me, smarter than me, not a quirkless like me, would fall in love with you, and so will you, when you realize I'm just a quirkless. The more he talks, the more depressed he feels as he slowly slips down onto the floor along with the blonde. Then streams of tears fall down like jewel from his forest eyes. However, he is shaken out of his self-pity as his body is spun 180 and face to face with the serious face of the training hero. Do you really think it like that? Couldn't speak, the crying teen just continues to hip cup and cry. The blonde sighs a tired but relieved sigh and bring the sobbing mess into his lap. Stupid nerd. The cool hero that everyone loves is created by you. He loving cups the smaller male face into his face as his thumbs gently wipe the tears. To me, a appealing person must have soft fluffy curly dark green hair. He rubs his face into the fluffy hair in front of him. Their cheeks must have freckles that I love to kiss. Then he leans down and kisses each freckle on the reddened cheeks. They must have emerald for eyes. that when the light hits just right it would shine so brightly that would take my breath as well as my tiredness and worries. He continues upward to kiss those two appealing orbs. The nose is also important. Their nose must be a cute button nose that would twitch every time that they're angry or pouting or embarrassing. He lightly pecks the nose that is twitching cutely. Their lips must be kissable that I want to kiss them every second we spend together and able to form a smile that could make me both weak and strong at the same time. Now, the crying boy has stopped and now spotting an appealing flush as his lover describes every detail he wants as a lover and kisses those parts at the same time. Kaken. Deku. Izu. You know. I would be anything for you, be it giving up my dream or my life, and oh. I don't want that. Kaken's dream and life is. He is cut off by the other's lips on his own. I know you would not want that. But that is how strong my feeling for you, Izu. Katsuki takes Deku's hands, brings them to his lips and gently kisses them. I read this in a book. With this, I offer my soul, my heart to you, Midoriya Izuku, author. From Mother's Spirit, renew tears of happiness. Izuku also tenderly holds his love's hands up to his lips and give it a kiss. Then I also offer my soul, my heart to you, Bakugou Katsuki. Now with a stronger bond with each other, the two lovers smile with others thinking about the future when they could be together forever. An hour later with luggage are all packed and Inko is making lunch with Mitsuki for the farewell party for Izuku. The two teens are sitting in the future doctor's room which is now bare of things. Izu. I thinking of announcing our relationship to our parents, Surprised at the suddenness of all thing, Deku asks, why so sudden? Anne. I know we have to tell them but, what if? Katsuki pulls the mumbling boy to his side as he says his reason, I want them to know, I am your and you are mine. To me, they are the most important people in my and your life, so I want them to be the first to know. The truth. I want to announce to everyone that you are mine and I don't share or like anyone who looks at what is mine. Izuku blushes red at the claim his Kaken said. Even if they disapprove, I will convince them, prove to them our love is stronger than any discrimination, than anything. I would never giving up on you, Izu, Kaken. I would like that too. With a smile that would bring shame to an angel, Deku pecks the other on the cheek and says, however, I think we should wait for a little. Why? The blonde whines with result in a pit of giggles, cause I have tests that I want to pass and you have to concentrate on your hero training. Let's wait till the next summer break, then we will come out to them. Smiling and trap the other in his bear hug, Katsuki says, okay, fine. Everything you want. Babe. Kaken. MOU, love you too, babe. Combat Dr. Deku Bakugou. Me. I know you are sad and miss him but. Bakugou, excuse me. Me. Bakugou, gloomy, could you, please, move aside. Bakugou, turn to look then gloomy continue me. Tamaki. Tamaki, yes, could you, ask him to move, that is, my wall me, Sweat Drop Chapter 13, First Day at You. Boy. Brat. Did you get everything? Who do you think I am, hag? Don't call me hag you brat. The sole brunette male of the house just happily sits and drinks his morning coffee. Good luck son. Ichem. I don't need some lame luck, old man, Katsuki. Don't talk like that to your father. Whatever. With a slam of the door, a tall teenager with spiky blonde hair walks into the street. At this time of the year, many trees and flowers have bloomed beautifully, making his road to school even more breathtaking. Some petals fall and some land on his full-length light gray jacket, yet he continues on without pause. Katsuki's POV starts at springtime, the time when a high school starts its semester. With the information I have gotten, usually, roundly 36 kids passed, not mention the recommended ones. So each year most would only have 2 classes of the hero department. I'm in class 1. I leisurely walk down the hallway, remembering the way as well as take in any details on the way. Better be prepared than not, isn't it what you said, Deku? My thought once again drifts back to him. However, I shake my head to get rid of those thoughts as he and I have promised to do our best. Let's do this. I finally arrive at my class and couldn't help and comment, that is one huge door. I open the door like I own the thing. I walk in and see there are only 2 people who have already arrived. Paying them no mind, I sit down at my assigned desk, pop a leg on the table as my head slowly imagine the emerald orbs shining brightly. Don't put your legs on the desk. Don't you think that's disrespect towards your classmates and your seniors? What's with the 2-bit extra? If Deku hadn't rubbed his heroic nature on me, I would have blown his face off. I sigh and put my leg down. Yeah whatever, thank you. Anyway, my name is Ida Tenya from Somei Junior High School. Would it kills him to stop shouting? And Somei maybe he's an elite. I want to fight him. Yeah. Bakugou Katsuki. Before the motormouth could say anything else, pink and red blurs rush past him and surround me. It's you. The meanie. Spiky blonde. You got in just like Present Mike said. So manly. I think I am making the FK are you more S. Right now. And OMINGG. They are still talking. With a big tick mark of mankind, I stand up and yell, shut the FK up. Raccoon eyes. The foo who is the meanie saved your week And you. I point to the redhead as the raccoon eyes pouting about the name, SHIY hair. Stop with the manly of your. And of course I'm in. Who you extras think I am? With that, I sit down and maybe have some peace and quiet, but those 3 more S have other ideas. Bakugou san. That's not an appropriate language in the school's environment. My name is Ashido Mina. Not raccoon eyes or pinky. So manly. Before I could say anything, a yellow thingy pops outside the door, which is weird but effective in shutting the extras off. If you're gonna be hunting for buddies, do it elsewhere. Now, everyone is looking at the weird yellow thing and see there a old unkempt man who is slurping jelly. Then the man wiggles himself upward and takes off the yellow thing, which is a sleeping bag, revealing an overall black suit with a long dark gray scarf around his neck. Who the F is this? Look like some wash-up extra, but as I look more carefully, the suit is a little big for him, as if he tries to hide his physical body and the tension in his body, as if ready to fight at any given moment. Never judge a book by its cover, Izuku. I thought back fondly at the memory. But not for long, as the mystery man says next, it took you lot 8 seconds to quiet down. Life is short, kids. You're all lacking in common sense. Anyway, I'm your homeroom teacher, Aizawa Shoyuta. Pleased to meet you. Yeah. Pleased to meet us. My A with his, kill me already I want to sleep, face, only a blind man would believe him. Then he rummages his sleeping bag and surprisingly pulls out exactly 19 gym clothes. Erg, that's just weird and gross. Wear this and move to the PE ground immediately. A few minutes later, a Quirk apprehension test. Yelled the extras. Some of them are protesting against the idea, but all shoot down by Aizawa. You all understand the school's reputation for freedom on campus. Well, that freedom goes for us, senseis, too. None dare to talk as he continues. Softball pitch, standing long jump, 50 meters dash, endurance running, grip strength test, sustained sideways jumps, upper body exercises, seated toe touch. As he's listing all the activities makes me understand what is going to happen next. I smirk as he says, Bakugou, how far could you pitch softball in middle school? At the question, I briefly remember how Izuku always made up courses after courses of training our body with or without a quirk. 70 meters, some whispers at my answer, but as always I pay no mind. Try using your quirk this time around. As long as you don't exit the circle, anything is fine. With that instruction, Aizawa tosses me a softball as I stand in the circle he talked about. I look at the ball, with the sweats on my hand, and grip it tightly as I calculate the right angle to augment the pitch with the shock wave of my explosion. Heh. Now I sound like him, sketching my DM and arm a bit. I get into the position as sensei calls out, "Don't hold back." Heh. You got it. Placing both feet and shoulders width apart, I shift my weight to my right foot as I lifting mine left where my thigh is parallel with the ground, then with my right arm is at the lowest point of my position with the other high in front of my face. Then quickly I lower my raised foot down and use the motion of my shoulders, hips, legs with my pitching arm extend as far as possible. When the ball in slow motion left my hand and slides to my fingertips, I let loose of the explosion that creates a massive shock wave shooting the ball higher into the sky. At the finishing touch, I lift my back leg up to balance myself and stand up straight. I glance at the other extras, all of them is starstruck at my performance, as they should. He with all the adorable mumbling of his is very useful. I secretly let out a soft smile at the thought, as I wait for the teacher to says my score. Katsuki's POV ends, heh. That kid has a good head on his shoulders. With the right technique of a pitcher and perfect timing of placing his quirk into the ball, he will go far if he continues. Izawa thought to himself without revealing anything on his face as he shows the class the device that calculates the distance of the pitch, as he says. Before anything else, one must know what they are capable of. This is a rational metric that will form the basis of your hero foundation. The class shouted at the result. OMG. 2M, manly. Unreal man. Awesome. This looks fun. We can use quirks. That's heroic department for you. Between all the cheering, a soft voice rings out that put everyone on edge. It looks fun, you say. The unkempt, tired and whatever sensei is no more as the air around him changed into some dark and deadly, making every student there finally see the true color and strength of their homeroom teacher. So. His voice is soft yet it carries weight, make everyone who hears it stop dead in their track. You were planning to spend your 3 years here having good time. He raises his hand to his face as a memory flash before his eyes. What happened to become a hero? Never again. In that case, new rules. The one who ranks last in total points will be judged, hopeless, and instantly expelled. Everyone widens their eyes in horror at the news, but none dare to say anything. With a wipe of his hand, Shoyuta puts back his bang, showing more of the still glowing red eyes to them. Our freedom means we dispense with students as we please. Scary wide full teeth smile combined with the tone of welcoming to hell, the homeroom teacher says, welcome to this Department of Heroics, Combat Dr. Dekumi, so. I out of ideas for this one, so it's just little me this time. As always, I'm not owning anything. Enjoy the chapter. Chapter 14, Quirk Test, Expulsion and Phone Call. Katsuki's POV starts after that declaration. The not-so-sure Thai teacher is grinning like a Chester cat, then like someone presses the unpause button, the extras start their displeased and unfairness of that. Heh. When a problem is placed before, you should tackle it to the ground, not whining. I thought furiously as Izawa-sensei smirks at their childishness, natural disasters, highway pileups, rampaging villains. Calamity is always right around the corner. There isn't fair in life. I start to like the homeroom teacher more and more. I better Izu would too. With a defeated sigh, he turns facing us, still non-expression but surprisingly stringent eyes, and heroes are the ones who correct all that unfairness. He looks into each of us as if judging our souls. Some extras is shaken, some is frightening, some is emotionless, and some like me, is excited. If you were hoping to flowery road spending time with fiends at McDonald's, then you better drop out now. Because for the next 3 years, you will run you through the ringer. That's his plus ultra. The old effer. Making my BLD pump up like that. If it's a show you want, it's a show you'll get. 50 meters dash. As I waiting for my turn, I see the motormouth in action and have to say he ain't bad. When my turn comes, I ready myself in position as I remember the sweet voice said to me, Kaken. I think that if you ran with your hands explode behind your back, it would boost your speed up. Really? Yeah. And maybe later let's jump and blasted it to see which one is faster. Hell yeah. I smirk at the memory, everyone is looking at me weirdly cause my position is crouching down with both hands behind my back. The robot starts to count. Finally, we found which one is faster. With a feral grin, I ready myself, start. I've already jumped high in the air at the angle of 45 degrees and with the boost of my explosion rocket me over the race, 20 seconds. TCH, even the time is faster than the past but I still slower than Motormouth. Kaken. You should not jealous of others. Because they better than you at something that not means they are better than you as a whole. Use it as a drive to better yourself, Kaken. With a soft sigh, a fond smile later. You always by my side, don't you? Deku. With renew energy, I continue with others' exercises. Half an hour later Aizawa-sensei gathers the students around him as he presses the previous device which shows the results in a holography. The board shows 19 students from the highest to lowest, TCH, second place. I will train more later on, not every satisfied with the result but I SCK it up as I look at the chick with high ponytail. Her quick makes things from her body. Next time, my explosion would be stronger than her cannon. Sensei. Please don't expel me. The smallest boy begs on his knees as tears and snot coming out everywhere. URG, gross, I haven't even touched a girl BB, you could not expel me. I want to be popular with girls. All these girls are giving the creep a disgust face as he begs the emotionless teacher. Aizawa calmly states, in the whole test, you did not think of a way to make use of your quirk. You only use it at the most suitable exercise which is the side jumps. Not only that, you continuously eyeing the girls making them uncomfortable. But that's normal. When they become hero everyone would look at them like that. And my quirk is not able to help me on any others exercises except for the side jumps. With a tired sigh, Aizawa points directly at me which is making me a little shocked and bewildered. His quirk is explosion. He could turn his sweat into explosion and that is it. However, he trains his body as well as his quirk to succeed his task. His worst match would be the grip strength test. His quirk could not help him there but he found a way. He gripped the device with his palm inward and used the shock wave of the controlled explosion to aid his grip all the while not damaging the device as well as his hand. I clench my hand so hard as not to show my smug face to the extras. It feels good getting a praise from the teacher that I respect. Well, all of the tortures were worth it, Aizu. I shudder at the memory where Izuku making me do crazy experiences. Some were so weird, some were downright dangerous. That was when I know my angel is a SDST. I love you even more because of that. As I was daydreaming about my angel, it seems some of the students didn't believe Aizawa-sensei would actually process with his claim. Heh. Extras. Finally, the little perv is kicked out of the hero class and into the general class until he could prove himself. Aizawa Shoyuta looks at his now 18 students class. With that, it's over. Your curriculum sheets are back in the classroom so give them a look over. Then with a, I so done with you all, attitude, he walks back into the school building. End of the first day. Ring ring ring, that's the bell, class dismisses. Finally, school's out. I swiftly clear my desk and walk out of the building with all the intention of calling messaging Aizu. However, my plan was foiled by. Hey. Bakubro. Wait up man. Yeah. Wait up boom boom boi. Tick marks could be seen from my face as I turned to them. Who the F you calling that? Raccoon eyes. Sure why hair. They catch up to me and the sure why hair dares to place his arm over my shoulders. I shove him off and continue my way, hoping that their dumb brain could understand that I am not interested. Anyway bro, the way you use your quirk is amazing. Yeah. I didn't know that you could use your quirk like that. Whatever extras, Bakubro. Do you go to the train station too? Before I could answer the pink thing jumps in. Kiri and me stay in the same district so we take the train together. What about you? A defeat sigh escapes my lips. Muzutafu and it's, Kirishima and I, not, and me, dumb raccoon eyes. Hey. It's the same road with our train. Let's go together bro. Then the annoying doesn't wait for my answer and continues to fall in steps with me to the train station. Fine, the two F-curs dare to high-five each other. Before my BLD could boil to the breaking point, my phone vibrates. I stop, which make the other two stop as well. I take it out and on the screen shows his forest fairy wearing a yellow jacket smiling shy at him. If not for those two, I would have glazed the picture a little longer, so I quickly answer it. Hey Kaken. Yeah nerd. Did you finish for the day? No. But I'm on break right now and, missing you, so Sue. I called, that's all. I squeaked the phone so tight that it almost breaks. I could already imagine the shy blushing face of his while saying that. Me too. I'm on my way home and about to text to you, really. Giggle, then I will wait for you. Get home safely, okay? Ha. Who do you think I am, nerd? Anyway, you better get some rest at well and whisper wait for me. Yes, Kaken. I will. Love you. Yeah, me too, Izu. With that we hang up. I could not hide a soft smile appears on my face as I temporarily forget that I have companies. Bakugou, who was that? SHT, Katsuki POVN's Combat Dr. Deku Tamaki, Author-san. Me, yes, Tamaki-kun. Tamaki, could you do something about him? Point me, look at what is he pointing at? Oh. Bakugou, dead inside, mushrooms everywhere. Tamaki, he is outstanding. Me. I don't like it. Pouting. Me, secretly take picture him. Let's me try something. Bakugou, dark storm with lightning overhead. Me, Bakugou. I have something for you. Bakugou, after a minute or two, turns and looks at me. Me, hand him something. Bakugou, brighten up. Me, mission's done. Tamaki, sweat drop. What did you give him? Me, evil grin with a singing voice. The same thing I give you. Tamaki, realize what it is. Blushing intensified. Me, if you, readers, want to know what it was, wait for the next chapter. 333 Chapter 15, Interrogation of Love, Lover's Text and a Sneak Peek. As the only pink skin of the group, Mina, likes fish and water, circles around the panicked boy asking with sparkle eyes, who was it? Is that your friend? Ha 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 ha. Shut up, sure, why hair? You too, Reku dash. He was interrupted by a sly voice. Is it your D? Trying hard to not letting his fluster show, Bakugou power walks to the train station without saying anything. However, Ashido is not someone who is giving easily when it is something about a juicy love story. She afters him with renewed energy as Kirishima follows them with a wide sharp grin. At the station, 5 minutes later, is your girlfriend appealing? Is she manly? Does she go to our school? One red tick mark appears on the train. 5 more minutes later, how long have you dated? How did you meet? What does she like about you? You're strong but a meanie. 3 more tick marks appear still on the train. 3 more minutes later, is she really your girlfriend or it's just one side? Sorry bro, but you are too rough to have a girlfriend. But I bet she's very manly to go out with you, Baku bro. You could say it again. His face is covered in tick marks. Finally sighs in defeat. He says, if I answer who was that, will the two of you F-curs shut the F up? Hell yeah man. Scout honor. The redhead gives him a thumb up and the pink girl raises her right hand with 3 fingers out, grinning brightly. Be done with this, fine. The excited duos wait in anticipation. For nearly a minute the blonde whispers out, it's boyfriend not girlfriend. With that he turns around not facing them as both of their eyes widen and not a second longer a squeak is heard. Kyaa. Everyone on the train is giving her a weird look at Kirishima tries to calm her down while the blonde boy is startled out of his mind. After calming down a bit, Mina's machine gun fires bullets upon bullets of questions at the poor Pomeranian, quiet of course. Fine. As quiet as Mina cans. How did you guys meet? Who asked who first? Does he go to our school? Is he cute? Is he older or younger? Can I meet him? Oh. 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 Do you have a picture of him? Ah. Silly me. Of course, you have show it. Kirishima is just standing behind her with an apologetic smile, but curiosity shines hotly in his eyes. But all of that is met with a scowl and a no. Immediately, the whining starts. Yeah bro, share it man. Please bro, with a hand on his forehead, Katsuki answers calmly, no, extras. Why should I show you to my boyfriend? Well, don't you want to brag about him? Yeah, man. If I have a lover, I would show off to everyone. Then Mina sees the expression on the boom boy's face and she grins slyly and baiting him with, oh Bakugou is a possessive boyfriend, ain't cha afraid to show off you BF. Scared to lose him, catching on what Ishido is doing, Kirishima continues, yeah, man. If your love is strong, you don't need to be scared, right? When Bakugou's hand reaches down his pants pocket, they secretly smile in victory, but it was short-lived, no. Oh. Come on, shout the two hot color duos, then the train's attendant voice starts to speak as they have reached their destination, which is Mizutofu. With a sad sigh, the defeated students are pouting as they watch their newfound friend waiting for the door to open. However, as the door is opening, the angry boy whispers just loud enough for them to hear, of course I'm scared of losing him. 'Cause who wouldn't fall for an angel? Then the blonde disappears into the crowds, leaving behind two gasping blushing faces. At the Bakugou's household, with the usual shouting match of the two blondes, the youngest Bakugou is up in his room. He changes out of his uniform and does the necessary things. Then he quickly sends a message to his angel. Hey Izu. I'm home. Are you okay to text? Not a second later, he receives a reply which makes him smiles. Hello Kaken. Yeah. I can chat right now 'cause it's a self-study class. Anyway, how was your day in U, eh? Well, lots of extras as I expected. Sweat drop emoji. Really? Yeah, well there's some with interesting quirk, and no I could not describe it to you now, nerd pout. Fine, anything else? Well, I think you are gonna like my homeroom teacher, Aizawa Shoyuta. Then they chat for a while, typing all the thing that has happened during the day. Brat. Dinner is almost done. Better get Yura down here. Wait for a mother of King second hag. Don't call me that. A sigh escapes his lips as he types in the hag is calling for me to dinner. Oh. It's time for your family dinner. We will continue next time then. Okay, not really wanting to stop chatting right now, but he has to obligate it. While he thinks of something to say goodbye, his phone vibrates. I make you something as a gift, don't worry it was an assignment but I made extra for you. I think it will arrive at your house in 1 or 2 days, so looking forward to it. Deku. You shouldn't have. I want to, and I want Kaken to be the one who first to use my first device. Blushing emoji. Surprised blushing emoji, thanks. I will cherish it. Giggle. I know. Anyway, text you later. Love you. Green heart emoji. Love you too, nerd. Orange heart emoji. Closing his phone, with a soft smile he gently rubs their ring lovingly as his mother's voice once again rings out, dinner is ready, brat. Get down here. Yeah hag. I'm coming down now. Don't foo ing call me hag. At Tokyo the greenette smiles while glancing at his phone, his hands are bandaged heavily as cuts and bruises could be spotted all over his arms. In front of him is a table which is littered with papers, letters and mechanic stuff. From behind him, a tall figure walks toward him. Says, hey, Izuku. You're still up. Ah. Knuckle Sensei. Author, borrow name only from Katekyo Hitman Reborn, hehehe. I want to review and test a few things before going back. The black-haired teacher just chuckles and pats his head. Okay. But you're still young. So you better take care of yourself, okay? Hi, then. The tall dark-haired man wearing black cloth turns around, but before leaving he calls out, ah. Izuku. Yes, sensei. You have a letter. From someone's name Shizenji, the boy shots up from his seat and rushes out of the room, leaving a trail of dust behind him. Chuckle, Knuckle whisper screams, Ultimate Izuku.